APCU dissects why Obaseki was disqualified and lessons to learn from the saga. Following the disqualification of Governor of Edo State Godwin Obaseki from the primary election due to incomplete credentials, a youth member of the All Progressive Congress is identified as Daniel Aroren in a lengthy article breaks down reasons why and lessons to learn from the saga. It reads, Edo 2020 Lessons from Godwin Obaseki by Daniel Aroren Noah Osa Ogbegi. Experience, they say, is the best teacher, but it is advisable to learn from the experience of others. This is why we read biographies and autobiographies chronicling the lives and times of others. It is the reason I put down this short piece, I come in peace. Now, to be honest with you, Godwin Obaseki totally mismanaged the situation because of his arrogance, lack of emotional intelligence, and an aim to build his own hegemony. Nobody could reason with him. This was the simple reason why he lost all those who could have helped him. Many state leaders tried to appeal to him to no avail. Obaseki wanted to be in charge. He did not know that politics is about contestation. That politics, therefore, one needs to negotiate and convince for his support. Those who misled him reminded him that he was governor, and as governor he could crush and have his way. Some national leaders of the party called him for advice to no avail. Bola Tinubu called him 3 times but he ignored the calls. Our revered Oba tried to wade in to no avail. Godwin doesn't listen to anyone who would not massage his ego. The major cause of his problem was that just before Godwin Obaseki was sworn in as governor, he boasted that he would retire the politicians and create a new league of politicians. He embarked on this immediately he was sworn in. At that point, declared war on majority of party members. In the 2018 party primaries, he initially imposed his own people on the party statewide. Even though they were at reversals, but he still succeeded in imposing Monday Yoa over Osaru Obaze and his candidate in Edo Central region. For the embarrassing losses, the party suffered in least places. Godwin should have used his first term to learn the act of politics. He was too quick to show himself. His arrogance is his biggest undoing. I find it hard to understand how a man who had just 3 credits in history, religious knowledge and geography, P in English and F9 in maths, would be this arrogant. As someone who knew about his O-level results since 2016, it was always a consternation for me. The major mistake Governor Obaseki made was the nocturnal inauguration of the House of Assembly to exclude members elect he felt were not pliable. The Bauchi governor did same thing within the same time, but while the Bauchi governor reclined and embraced the political resolution, even when he was an opposition party governor, Governor Obaseki rebuffed all attempts by the APC federal government to resolve the matter. Another big mistake was overly going about trying to remove his benefactor and national chairman of his party, Comrade Adams Oshomole, as chairman. As soon as he failed in that bid, I knew it was done. No failed coup plotter is left alive. In the Sicilian code, every betrayer is crushed. That world and the real world are same. Godwin Obaseki's greatest mistake was to abandon Edo people who live in Edo and import people from Europe, China, America and Lagos to do jobs in Edo State and repatriate the money in their homes, countries and home states, and his failures to meet over 80% of his campaign promises. He begs and brags. Godwin Obaseki thought he had enough capital with certain persons outside the state to muscle Adams Oshomole to submission. He deployed them, he involved Aliko Dangote to get the presidency to support him. I think he got some promises. He would come to Edo State and brag about how he would deal with Oshomole. He was necessitating for some of us who hold benefactors as sacred and inviolable. This, I believe, was when he started losing the sympathy and support of some critical stakeholders. When Pastor Saga Iyamo decided to go back to APC with his political family, Godwin Obaseki fought it with all he could, muster using many underhand tactics. This clearly showed Obaseki was not who he painted himself to be and was not different from the regular Nigerian politicians. Cars of innocent citizens were burnt, some of them beaten up and made to suffer just to show that the city was not safe for the Iyamo rally. He was reactionary. It was as though General Sani Abacha was governor of Edo State. Obaseki totally unraveled. People have to ask themselves how his friends who were trying to help him abandoned him. Why did Aliko Dangote leave him to his fate? Nobody could reason with him. It was his way or no way. And now he is where he finds himself. Very soon he will see Nigerian politicians for who they are. The way people who are his political friends now would desert him in the next 3 weeks would break his heart. And he would come to understand that Comrade Adams Oshomole felt seeing his creation Godwin, Oge and Philip betray him without a thought. For more of this juicy entertainment news, please log on to our website at www.broadwaytv.tv and on Instagram at the Broadway TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Broadway Africa.